Alright, hello everybody, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're finally going to take a quick look at our first prime in the Kitgun, and it's going to be Boomstick Prime, my crit-based Tombfinger that we put together on stream. So first things first, how can you actually make one of these puppies? Well, the same way you would make a secondary Kitgun, so you have to head over to Fortuna and talk to Rude Zud. Now this particular Kitgun uses the Tombfinger chamber, obviously, then the brush grip and the killstream loader, giving you a Kitgun that after gilding is gonna have 38% crit chance, 2.3 times crit multiplier, 16% status chance, very sizable magazine, fast and snappy reload, and just a bunch of damage. The Kitgun also uses a charging fire mechanism and does way more damage when you fully charge it, and it will also fire when fully charged, whether you like it or not. Now it is also an explosive weapon, so once the projectile, that does have travel time, hits the target, there will be an explosion that does do self-stagger, so you have to be a little bit careful as to what you do with it, so that you don't constantly knock yourself back. The majority of the damage here does come from the explosion, which is a nice and bassy sound. I really like it, so let's give it a good old listen. Magnificent, is it not? Now, the majority of the damage coming from the explosion is generally a good thing because you have a lot of AoE power with this, but it also has a downside in that it's really bad at popping Arctic Eximus bubbles since the projectile doesn't do all that much. And that is pretty much it as far as the introduction goes, so let's check out the build that I decided to use on this. Now the build is pretty expensive, requiring 5 for mine total, where you add 5 Vs and then you also add another V while gilding the weapon, but that's mainly because of the Exilus. If you don't have the Exilus in there, you can drop it down to 4 or maybe even 3. And it's a pretty straightforward like hybrid munition setup, so it's running Duration for the damage, Split Chamber for multi-shot, Point Strike for crit chance, a Vital Sense for crit damage, then we have Hunter Munitions for the insane slash procs which work great with the AoE nature of the weapon, then we have Terminal Velocity to increase the projectile speed, then I personally went with Vial Acceleration because I really enjoyed that fast and snappy charge time, though if you don't feel like you need it or want it, you can go with Heavy Caliber for stronger slash procs, though bear in mind that will hinder your accuracy, or you can even go with something like Thermite Rounds for the heat procs, and we top it all off with Malignant Force and Rhyme Rounds for a bunch of status and viral damage. Now as far as the performance goes, it's, well, pretty much what you would expect from an AoE weapon that can run Hunter Munitions and viral. It just shreds through everything. Though it's not like broken strong, alright? It's more like a very solid weapon, especially if you do decide to go with Vial Acceleration for the faster charge time over something like Heavy Caliber for the stronger slash procs or Thermite Rounds for the heat procs. The one thing I do want to point out here is that I do have all 3 Vigilante mods on my MOA for the extra crit, which is something you should definitely do if you want to focus on crit-based weapons, because it's just free crit. So, what's the verdict here? What do you actually think about this weapon? Well, I definitely like it more than the Kachamoon, that's for damn sure. That thing needs some serious changes. And I actually like it overall. The only downsides here that I can think of is that the projectile speed is really low if you're not running terminal velocity, and the explosion looks way bigger than it actually is, especially if you're running on high particles. But other than that, it's pretty good, especially the sizable magazine combined with that fast reload, because it means that if you do put on Pax Charge instead of any of the other arcanes, you will basically never run out of shots, because the reload is so fast you will most of the time recharge in between shots. And even though the damage isn't crazy high, it does more than enough damage to deal with anything right now, though I don't know how well it will perform in hard mode once that comes out, so we'll have to see, well, once it comes out. So I'm definitely giving this particular Kitgun configuration a thumbs up. It's pretty fun, it sounds great, it does a decent damage, and it's not too expensive to put together. And that is pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching as always guys. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you some other time. Bye bye.